kitchen and what did you do? Run off?
You're not my dad and you smell like cheap beer. How much longer?
Just a little.
I got lost. I was with my boyfriend and
It's all right.
Can I use your phone? My boyfriend probably needs help.
No, shut up! I don't want to hear it. You're coming with me right now.
I want to go find my boyfriend.
Hey.
The movie begins with a young girl named Lily who chooses to run away from her home because of her abusive father. Joined by her boyfriend Neil, she makes her way through the woods until they decide to stop and rest. While they are taking a break, Lily begins to second-guess her choice as she feels homesick and considers calling her parents.
Good idea to turn our phones on?
However, Neil convinces her not to and insists that they must keep moving forward. They continue their journey, but later in the day, they realize they are out of water. As night approaches and the sky grows darker, the two decide to halt their trip and set up camp. Lily begins pitching the tent, while Neil goes off to search for water. Once she is safely inside the tent, Lily notices that Neil had taken her phone with him. She waits for him throughout the night, but he never comes back. The following morning, Lily, now anxious and alone, resumes walking by herself until she comes across a house. She quickly runs toward it. A man named Evan welcomes her inside, and Lily immediately asks to boyfriend. However, she soon begins to feel that something isn't right when Evan insists she should take a shower in his home. Feeling uneasy, Lily decides to leave and changes her mind. But Evan refuses to let her go and forces her back inside. He apologizes for his earlier behavior, but Lily quickly realizes that he is mentally unstable. When she tries to leave again, Evan erupts, yelling at her and dragging her into a locked room inside. Lily finds the walls covered with newspaper articles about missing people. Fear consumes her, and she desperately searches for something to defend herself with. But when Evan notices and angrily snatches a hammer from her hands, he changes his mind about letting her go. Instead, he steps out and activates his home security system, sealing every possible exit. Later, he returns to her with food, telling her she will eventually get her shower. Terrified and confused, Lily begs him to let her go. But Evan instead drags her into a no apparent reason. The next morning, Evan is shown reading the newspaper, which reports that two people, Evan and Lily, have been declared missing. He goes back to Lily, who once more pleads for her freedom. Evan ignores her and insists that she must train in order to win, though he never explains what she is supposed to win. That evening, Evan provides her with a bed and food. The following day, he comes in again, asking her to lie on a mat. But instead of his usual strange behavior, he orders her to start doing sit-ups. Lily reluctantly complies, though she is puzzled, until memories of her father's abuse suddenly resurface. Oddly enough, Evan leaves her alone afterward, only returning to offer dinner, but on the condition that she completes her sit-up sets. Hungry and desperate, Lily obeys, and Evan, surprisingly, keeps his promise by allowing her into the dining room. During dinner, Evan suddenly calls her Catherine, and although Lily is bewildered, she stays silent and plays along, secretly scanning the room for a possible escape tool. She discreetly reaches for a table knife, but Evan notices to cut her food into small pieces before keeping it for himself. Frustrated, Lily begins tossing bits of her food, which makes Evan lose his temper. Later, Evan returns with sportswear, ordering her to change and then use the treadmill. While Lily is exercising, Evan's brother arrives for a visit. Evan enthusiastically tells him that Catherine has returned and is training downstairs. His brother, alarmed, realizes Evan has skipped his medication and urges him to seek therapy. Evan, offended and in denial, insists that he is perfectly sane. At this point, it is revealed that Evan suffers from delusional disorder. The brothers argue, and eventually, his brother leaves in disappointment. Not long after, Evan casually informs Lily that her uncle had just been there. Overhearing this sparks hope in Lily, but her chance has already passed. As his brother is gone, Lily then plays along, pretending to want to see her uncle. Evan tells her to clean up, and the camera lingers on a picture of Evan with his real daughter Catherine displayed on the fridge. While Lily showers, Evan makes the bed, now fully immersed in his delusion that Lily is Catherine. Lily reluctantly decides to go along with his fantasy, even agreeing to wear Catherine's clothes. Later, she finds a photo of Catherine with her parents, along with Catherine's diary beneath the bed. After looking through it, Lily tries sneaking out of the room, but Evan catches her. She lies, saying she only wanted to see if he needed help, and Evan brings her into the kitchen again. She plays along, but makes another failed attempt to escape. Furious, Evan sends her back to Catherine's room. With little else to do, Lily continues reading the diary and learns that Evan was extremely controlling, punishing Catherine for trivial things like losing at hide and seek. He also pressured her to train constantly to become a sports champion. Catherine's mother disapproved, believing such intensity was unhealthy for a 12-year-old, which led to marital conflicts. Lily also reads about the time Catherine got her first period, which Evan was clueless about. This gives Lily an idea. She calls Evan and tells him she needs pads or tampons because she's on her period. Evan believes her, and, before leaving to buy them, tells her to keep exercising in the basement. Lily continues reading until she hears him return. At that moment, Neil shows up, asking Evan if he has seen his missing girlfriend. After seeing Lily's picture, Evan, still delusional, suspects Neil was sent by his brother to put him in a psychiatric facility. He threatens to call the police, forcing a confused Neil to leave, who then tells Lily to measure her height, and for a brief moment, he doubts himself when he sees shorter than Catherine. To keep the act alive, Lily stands on her toes to appear taller. Evan then orders her to jump rope. Exhausted from his demands, Lily rebels, demanding the keys to the room. Later that night, she discovers from the diary that Evan's wife had died in a car accident, leaving Catherine alone with him. She is then summoned to dinner, where Evan continues treating her as Catherine. Feeling guilty about injuring him earlier, Lily apologizes. She mentions needing to return to school soon, but Evan coldly informs her she will be homeschooled. Afterward, he suggests they play hide and seek, just as he used to with Catherine. Lily pretends to injure herself during the game, which buys her more time to secretly read the diary. Suddenly, an earthquake strikes. Evan rushes her outside, and once it passes, they clean up the mess inside. During cleanup, Lily sees a framed picture of Evan finishing a race. He reveals his dream of having his daughter continue his athletic legacy. The next day, Evan forces Lily to run laps in the backyard. She attempts another escape but fails, injuring her ankle in the process. Realizing she can't escape, Lily vows to train and become faster once she heals. In the meantime, she fully embraces her role as Catherine. Months pass, and Lily adapts to the training regimen. Over time, she and Evan grow oddly close, almost resembling a father-daughter bond. Evan beams with pride when she surpasses Catherine's training records. Eventually, he reveals he has entered her into a track competition, giving them 7 weeks to prepare. Lily appears genuinely excited. One night, as Lily sleeps, Evan apologizes to her for the accident that killed Catherine's mother, admitting Catherine left because she blamed him. The next day, intercepts her and gives her a present, insisting it's Catherine's birthday. Inside the gift, Lily finds a new smartphone. She secretly types Neil's number into it and saves it. Evan then tells her he's going to buy a birthday cake. Once he leaves, Lily seizes her chance, runs outside, and escapes. On his way home, Evan encounters a car and steps out. He hands her the items he bought and brings her inside. Catherine is puzzled by his lack of enthusiasm over her sudden return. Evan immediately instructs her to stay in her room while he prepares a birthday surprise. Curious, Catherine browses through her old diary, only to discover new entries face to face. Catherine is shocked and confused as Lily, now deeply unhinged, claims she is a younger version of Catherine, living, eating, dressing, and training as her. Lily proudly declares she has beaten Catherine's athletic record and insists she is happier in this new life. She accuses Catherine of abandoning Evan after the accident, worsening his mental state. Lily argues that unlike her abusive father, Evan provides love and care. Determined not to give up her new identity, Lily grabs a knife and fatally stabs Catherine. In a chilling conclusion, Lily celebrates Catherine's birthday with Evan, even asking him to take her out for a drive. Before leaving, she erases Neil's number from her phone and fully devotes herself to her new father. And with that, the film ends.